Okay, this is generally how I'd like to do it. Pick yourself a cartoon that you're gonna. I like anime, right? So I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna start watching Demon Slayer from the top. I really like Demon Slayer, and oh, there was another really cool one. Catherine was watching. It was like a video game one. Yeah, 7 seasons. That's the one, baby. Right. There's camera number. Well, this is low angle. It's gonna see my leg from. Perfect. Cleaned. Just fresh towel right out of the dryer in case I need to drape something over that. First aid kit with some blades and all kinds of stuff. Thin gauge. Not gonna use them probably, but I don't know. Just having these. These are the these are the boys. These are the boys. 18s. You gotta go with the harpoons because synovial fluid is thick. It's like Jello. So I've done it with both. I've done it with that. It took like almost 2 hours. Done it with that. It took like probably like 40 minutes. I got way more with that than I did. So to repeat the process, that's how we're gonna do it. We got cartoons, and oh yeah, this mouse is to control this phone that I'm have in my hand. So that's the tripod for this. This is how I would do this. So here we go. So yeah, last night was the medieval attempt at the aspiration of my left. What I thought was it feels like a gigantic Baker cyst, but like there's a huge pouch of like firm, what can only be suspected on palpation to be like a huge pocket of fluid. And I think now I understand. I don't know. I have to go get it looked at really with the imaging, but I think what happened was when I was jumping rope, my Baker cyst ruptured. I think that's why there's no bruising. And yeah, I think because it was like right in that spot that it was just bugging me. I was having a hard time like bending my leg at the time. I was getting ready to just do it, right? And then like the day, very close to the day, I just was about to pull the trigger, jumping rope, trying to be healthy. Poof, there she goes. So anyways, last night I went in there. I made my kitchen into a little like surgery room. Basically, I sterilized everything. I put some plastic down everywhere. I washed up. I didn't love it, but I washed up really fucking good. And then I had like a dip of alcohol always going. Every time I touch something, you got to do a dip. And then everything's soaked in alcohol. Anyway, buried the 18 like all the way in slowly because nobody likes to put an 18 in their fucking body. It's like the size of a pencil lead. It's like taking a needle thicker than this toothpick and like sliding it all the way buried into your leg and then trying to pull fluid out through it. Anyways, what makes me think it was ruptured is because every time I'm trying to aspirate the fucking thing, I'm getting dry pulls. Dry pulls is like you're not really getting much or you're not really getting anything. And every time I got a pull, it was like thick blood. And when you hit an artery or a vein, like you'll get some blood. It'll just fill it up. But if it's like a hematoma, it will be like gelatinous, right? So you pull on it and it's like fucking pudding and it's like slowly going in. So synovial fluid is nice, colored, yellowy kind of, from what I experienced anyways. Like that seems to be like the healthiest fluid that's ever come out of my knee. And then it's always mixed in with some blood because you're poking it with this gigantic pin and it's gonna fucking bleed. That's part of the game. So anyways, that's what happened yesterday. And I didn't get really any fluid out. And so, but miraculously today, I have way less of a reliance on my crutches. Like I can walk around actually pretty good. So what I'm going to do is fun, fluffy, pumpy stuff. I was going to go to the hot tub, but here, I'll just show you the back of my leg here. It's a butcher's mess. Like I fucking went in so deep and yeah, so I'm not going to the pool. Like I'm full of holes. That's an infection risk. But I paid very close attention to my sanitization protocol during the event, right? And then I covered it up all night and I just let it breathe all day. And so anyways, I'm probably going to go get some second skin and some Bactro band and all kinds of shit. But tomorrow I'm going to put the second skin on and then jump into the hot tub and do some flexion extension, right? Because that'll help drain it. The only thing that's going to help, I've had a contusion before. The only thing that's going to help heal a contusion is, well, the body has to digest that fucking blood. And it takes, last time I had one, it was like 4 months on crutches because I had a quad contusion. It was like the size of basically 3.5 inches long by 1.5 inches wide by like 2 inches deep. It was like an axe, like right into my leg. It was from having my leg be relaxed underneath a 1,000 pound tractor tire as I was trying to flip it. It was a triple, and then you were going to have to you know what, I'll just bring it just in case, just one crutch. Then you were going to have to take a bunch of semi-tires and put them up on a 52-inch or 56-inch platform, triple. And that was for time. I finished the event, but I had that hematoma. And the healing time was very long. So anyways, that's kind of what I've expected. I still have to get an image, so I might not be correct. But I've never put the needle in so many different spots. And every time it was in a spot and I didn't get what I wanted, I pull it out, kind of change angle, and like sink it all the way back in. So pull it out, change angle, sink it all the way back in. You know, like the way you would toenail a piece of loose drywall? Fuck, that's basically what I did. I toenailed in 3 or 4 directions on each poke, and I poked, I believe it was 4 total times. So, and part of the reason why I think it actually feels so good is almost like, okay, so even if I didn't get anything out, yes, I know it's high risk. Yes, I know there's vasculature back there. Yes, I shouldn't have done it. Okay, whatever. It's done. It's like a super savage acupuncture. Feels pretty good today. I'm not even kidding. Anyway, here we go. We're gonna train. Okay, well, this is this is since the rupture happened. Again, it's a suspected rubber. It's a suspected rupture, but this is the 3rd time I've trained since then, and it's been less than a week. So, you know, like, so we'll go over the process here. Like, you basically just, this is how it is for almost every injury. So you go for imaging. The imaging says whatever, and people are always thinking that the imaging is going to be the key to everything. Oh yeah, the imaging will tell me everything. It's useful, don't get me wrong. Yeah, see, the leg is not working properly. It's not engaging properly. Anyway, trying not to be a pussy and trying to train it. People always think the imaging is going to be the key to everything. Look, a lot of the time the image, like what is going on in the area, will not change my approach to the rehab process. It is always go in, train it to the best of your ability, stress the structure as much as you can without destroying the structure or causing it more recovery debt. And so the goal is to regain function, to regain range of motion, to regain control at end range, and to build tissue tolerance in the area, and also help clear out swelling, edema, and maybe this case potentially like potential hematoma, right? So that is what it is. And what I'm doing here too is like I'm focusing on the challenging portion of the range, because this isn't necessarily like quad training, really. It's like trying to get my leg to fucking bend all the way again. So if I can't completely get down into the bottom position, you know, I'm going to have troubles training a full range of motion deep front squat, for example. So I'm going to start right here. Here we go.